want to have a leader like me, because I have stood up against all these people using protests, both physical, online and offline protests. I've used reporting to expose their shenanigans. No one of the major candidates now have not had an encounter with resistance. I'll tell you that. Even including Peter Obi, I've assisted him before. And when I saw he was derailing as governor, we were protesting against him. And I'll reveal a secret to you about him today. I think in 2012 or thereabout, where he was governor, and we discovered he wasn't what he claimed to be. We started a lot of exposés on his government. He will build hospitals at substandard and present them as a big deal. And Peter Obi got upset. He got upset. Contrary to what people tell you that he doesn't get upset, he's very, very manipulative person. He had some of the most vicious special advisors on media. There's one guy called Valentine OBM. They went and printed posters in Anambra State accusing me of being gay with Okey Ndibe, who was our columnist at that time. They pasted it all over Anambra State just so that they can blackmail us for writing things that Peter Obi did not like. So he will hide under people. Some of the things that you are saying, the insult and he approves it. The only time he got uncomfortable with it and he had to caution people was
network. Oh my.
All these people told us like, hey, let's change strategy. Don't go and be insulting my leader. But I'm just giving you an example of how much I know so many of these guys. I have worked to help him get justice before. And I've also had cause to report against his misgovernance in Anambra State. And he had reacted by fighting back, accusing me of something I did. I still have the posters today, by the way. I still have them in my possession. They had it pasted all over. They were happy. So when they're not happy with you, they go extra length. So I'm not surprised that, his campaign is based on this aggressive. But I love aggressive campaigners because I'm very aggressive too when it comes to campaigning. So, but if you are using your strategy, don't fault my own, because the goal is for us to defeat each other, right? And I guarantee you that we will defeat them. We know what to do.
That's from Mr. Sowore. Thank you so much for gracing this interview once more. And I wish you all the best as events continue. Bye for now.
Mr. Abiodun Akinyemi, a man who is looking to solve the chunk of the housing crisis that we have in Nigeria by making affordable, self-sufficient homes. This kind of homes are becoming more and more popular, by the way, because they are efficient and they are environmentally friendly, and then it costs less to make them if you think about it in the long run. Anyway, before I tell you about the smart homes that he's building, let me tell you a little bit about his story. He's based in Canada right now, and he decided to build a house in Lagos, Nigeria, where he's from. But upon making inquiries, the cost of building a house has increased significantly since he moved to Canada. So instead of using concrete brick throughout his construction, he substituted it with laterite, and he was able to save 30% of the construction cost. Laterite has a lot of advantages, by the way, including warming your home during the cold weather, cooling your home in the hot season. It's cheaper because it's readily available. It's everywhere in Nigeria. It has high clay content, which means it can hold more water. Laterite gives you better air quality. So if you build your house with laterite, you can breathe in better air quality. You can even recycle it. So if you build a house with laterite and you don't like it, you can break down the house and use the brick to build another house. And that's just to name a few of the advantages. But he didn't stop at building his personal house. He decided to make his house self-sufficient, off-grid, which means that he's not going to be dependent on the electricity from the Nigerian government. So he's using solar power, and he's also not going to be using power generator, so there will be no noise, no air pollution. At the same time, he's not using the regular sockaway that everybody uses in Nigeria. He's disposing his own waste material by decomposing it light, and he's generating his own water. So once the house is completed, he doesn't need anything from them. And this is why they call this home self-sufficient, off-grid homes. That alone inspires me. The fact that he was able to find an alternative to just spending so much money on building a house, and the fact that he doesn't have to depend on the government, he made himself a self-sufficient house. That is the inspiration for me. But then he took it a step further. So after learning from his own experience, he wants to do the same for others, except that he wants to do it better. If you see the picture of the house, you may not be too impressed by the aesthetic, but he calls this the experimental house because what he has decided to do is to now mass produce this kind of house for other people. In case anybody out there is interested in having a house that will be self-sufficient, he has bought acres of land in Lakwe beachfront in order to construct an off-grid estate. And what you guys constructing. All these houses will not be using NEPA, and they will be constructed with laterite bricks. If anyone is interested, he's looking for 10 people, just 10 people to start out. The price starts at 34 million naira for 3 bedrooms, and you can pay in installments. He has a contract readily available, readily prepared, which you can share with your lawyer to know if that's a good deal or not. I mean, some people may feel like that's a lot of